On a rainy evening in June '95, the bustling heart of Oslo pulsed with the quiet rhythm of everyday life. The Grand Hotel Oslo Plaza, a towering symbol of luxury and anonymity, stood watch over the city, its gleaming windows reflecting the fading sunlight as travelers from around the world passed through its doors. Among them was a woman traveling alone, her presence unremarkable, her purpose unclear. She checked in under the name Jennifer Fairgate, presenting an air of composure and self-assurance. Yet her eyes flickered with the kind of caution that only those carrying secrets truly understand. She was assigned room 2805, a quiet sanctuary high above the city's noise. The staff found nothing unusual about her. She was polite, reserved, and kept to herself. Over the next 2 days, she was seen only sporadically, declining housekeeping, seldom leaving her room, and interacting with the world outside only when absolutely necessary. Her luggage was minimal, her clothing practical, and in her possession were no obvious signs of her origin: no passport, no identification, no wallet. The only name she gave was Jennifer Fairgate, but the address she provided in Belgium turned out to be fictitious. On the afternoon of June 3rd, the routine quiet of the hotel was shattered. Staff, having grown concerned after repeated failed attempts to contact her, finally entered room 2805. What they found would puzzle investigators for decades to come. Jennifer Fairgate lay lifeless on the bed, a single gunshot wound to her forehead, a pistol resting in her hand. The scene appeared, at first glance, to be a suicide. Yet, as investigators combed through the room, an unsettling series of inconsistencies began to emerge. First, there was the matter of her identity. The name Jennifer Fairgate yielded no matches in any international database. The address provided did not exist, and the phone number led nowhere. She had signed in with an apparent male companion, a Lois Fairgate, who was never seen by any staff member and may have been an invention. There were no personal effects that could link her to a family, a country, or a past. Her clothing had all labels removed, a detail that suggested deliberate effort to erase traces of her origin. Even the gun's serial number had been meticulously filed off, rendering it untraceable. Forensic analysis offered few answers. There were no fingerprints on the weapon, not even her own. Gunshot residue tests produced ambiguous results, raising doubts about whether she had truly fired the fatal shot herself. The position of the pistol, her hand, and the wound were all consistent with suicide. Yet the absence of any identifying marks or possessions suggested a calculated attempt to erase her existence, as if she had come to Oslo for the sole purpose of vanishing forever. The investigation widened, taking in the staff, hotel records, and surveillance footage. Yet nothing conclusive emerged. No one remembered seeing her with anyone else. Her interactions had been brief and polite. She had ordered room service, but ate alone. She had paid in cash, her movements discreet and cautious. The security cameras, limited by the technology of the time, offered little more than grainy, indistinct glimpses. The mystery deepened with each revelation. Why would someone go to such lengths to conceal their identity? What had brought Jennifer Fairgate to Oslo, to that particular room in that particular hotel? Was she fleeing from someone or something? Or was she an agent, a courier? A person entangled in matters far more complex than ordinary life. The media seized upon the story, speculating about espionage, organized crime, or a tragic tale of a woman running from her past. Yet, amid the swirling theories, the facts remained stubbornly opaque. The woman's physical description, a young adult, dark hair, approximately 5 feet 4 inches tall, with no distinguishing scars or tattoos, matched no missing persons report in Norway or abroad. Her dental records yielded no matches. Interpol was contacted, but no one stepped forward to claim her. No family reported her missing. She was, in every official sense, a woman who had never existed. The case of Jennifer Fairgate became a symbol of the unknowable, a modern enigma that captured the imagination of amateur sleuths and investigators alike. Over the years, the Oslo police would revisit the evidence, re-examining photographs, forensic reports, and witness statements. Advances in forensic technology raised hopes, Perhaps DNA analysis could one day reveal her origins, connect her to a family somewhere in the world, provide closure to a story so defined by its voids. But even DNA brought only partial answers. In the years following her death, the Norwegian police exhumed her body, hoping for a breakthrough. Samples were analyzed, compared against international databases, but no matches surfaced. Her DNA profile did not correspond to any known relative, missing person, or criminal record. The threads of her story remained untied. The public continued to speculate. Some believed she was a spy, her mission gone awry, her identity erased to prevent discovery. Others imagined a woman fleeing an abusive past, seeking to disappear in the anonymity of a foreign city. Still others suspected a murder, expertly staged to resemble a suicide, with the killer slipping away into the night, leaving behind a tableau of unanswered questions. Yet, for all the theories, the facts of her final days are stubbornly simple. She arrived at the Oslo Plaza, alone or perhaps accompanied by a shadowy figure. She kept to herself, revealing little, her behavior unremarkable save for its caution. She died in her room, the circumstances ambiguous, her identity erased with methodical precision. Those who have studied the case find themselves returning again and again to the same haunting question. Who was Jennifer Fairgate? Was she a victim, a perpetrator, or something else entirely? Her decision to remove all clothing labels, carry no identification, and provide a false name suggests someone with experience in concealment, someone who knew how to cover their tracks. The altered pistol, stripped of serial numbers, points to a deliberate effort to prevent tracing, as if she, or someone else, had planned for this eventuality. But for all her meticulous efforts, the mystery remains. In the years since her death, the Oslo Plaza has seen thousands of guests come and go, their stories woven into the fabric of the city. Yet, none have left a shadow quite like Jennifer Fairgate's, a presence felt not through her life, but through the enigmatic absence of her past. The case serves as a reminder that, even in an age of digital footprints and global connectivity, it is still possible for someone to vanish, to erase themselves so thoroughly that not even the most determined investigators can restore their identity. It is a story of the limits of knowledge, of the spaces between facts where imagination and conjecture must fill the void. For the staff who discovered her, the memory remains vivid. The stillness of the room, the sense of intrusion upon a final private moment, the realization that they were witnessing the conclusion of a story whose beginning they would never know. For the police, the case is a source of frustration, a puzzle with too few pieces, a reminder that not every mystery yields to analysis. Yet perhaps, it is the very unknowability of Jennifer Fairgate's story that gives it its power. In an era where information is abundant and privacy scarce, her case stands as a testament to the enduring mystery of the human condition, the secrets we carry, the stories we never tell, the lives we live behind masks and false names. The years passed, and the world moved on. The Oslo Plaza continued to welcome guests, the city's rhythms unchanged. But somewhere, in the archives of the police, the file marked Jennifer Fairgate remains open, a silent invitation to anyone who might have an answer. Perhaps one day, a breakthrough will come. A forgotten memory, a matching DNA sample, an overlooked detail in an old photograph. Until then, the story lingers. A young woman, alone in a foreign city, her past erased, her future stolen, her identity a blank space. The questions outnumber the answers, and the silence of room 2805 echoes through the years, a reminder that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. In the end, the case of Jennifer Fairgate is not just about the search for a name or a history. It is about the profound human need to understand, to connect, to fill the silences with meaning. Her story, though unfinished, continues to captivate because it speaks to the universal desire for resolution, for the restoration of lost identities, for the comfort of knowing that, even in death, no one is truly forgotten. Yet, as the rain falls quietly on Oslo, the city holds its secrets close. Jennifer Fairgate's story endures, not as a closed chapter, but as a question, a whisper, a shadow moving through the corridors of memory. inviting us to wonder at the mysteries that remain just out of reach.